Well, hi everyone. This is Pat Mesiti here, and welcome to the Financial Rescue Formula. Tonight, I'm very excited because Pat, you're always excited. But some nights you're more excited than others, particularly this guy because I've known him for such a long time. And want to thank you all for joining us from wherever you are in Australia, New Zealand, the United States. People get up in the middle of the night there in the USA and watch them. And we don't take it for granted that you take the time and the effort to be here with us. And tonight I got one of my go-to guys. And matter of fact, I lean on this guy a lot. I lean on him because he's absolutely a genius at what he does. But before we get into that, I want to speak to you guys about just business and how to really build $1 million business, if that's the kind of thing you want, or a multi-million dollar business. Now, if that's the kind of thing you want, what I just need you to do is say, yes, I do in that chat room. Come on, give me a yes, I do in that chat room, because I want to make sure I'm speaking to the right people. Now, anyone can say, oh, yeah, I do. I want to do it. But then when the rubber hits the road, everybody wants to be a beast until they got to do what beasts need to do. So thank you, Fee, and thank you, Jason, and thank you, Travel Junkies, and Alan, and Fee, and all of you, and Jay, and Nugget, the crazy three-legged kitten. What on earth that is, I have no idea. It's great. But so I'm going to give you some stuff, and then I'm going to interview my very special guest. Honestly, the first thing you got to do if you want to build business, you've got to get in it for the long term. Sadly, in our get rich quick, the instant download age, especially those of you that are in online marketing, you just want to get in there, make the money fast. You are having a recipe for ruin. You've got to build for the long haul. And sometimes when we're in bad financial state, we make really crazy decisions rather than building for the long haul. What I want to do with myself and what I'm teaching you, I trust you've gone over the Peter J. Daniels stuff. I trust you listened to the interview with John McGrath. I hope you began listening to Opportunity Knocks. These are all part of it, guys. And if you miss one bit, you're going to miss a lot. So please, just because we've sent you something that's an interview or please don't discard it, because these are absolutely vital. They're vital. And it's what you don't do that's stopping you guys. And I'm pushing you because I'm not here to be your mum or your dad and lollycoddle you. I'm here to speak into your life because your wealth, your financial future is at stake. And so you've got to think long term. You see, the broke think survival. And many of you right now are just in survival mode. The middle class thinks comfortable. I just got to try and get comfortable. But the long-term millionaire type of mentality, they think abundance. They think long-term. They think first, second, third generationally. And if you are valuing comfort more than you're valuing freedom, you're in trouble. If you're valuing comfort more than you're valuing freedom, you're in trouble. And that's why I'm inviting my guest tonight, and then I'm bringing him back Sunday, because this is the guy I go to who's helped me build long-term for 3, 4, 5 years now. Matter of fact, he was strategic in helping me generate something like $5 million to $7 million, between $5 and $7 million in the last 18 months. This guy I'm bringing you tonight, he oversees for me something like about 2 or 3 million a year. In other words, he's in charge. He oversees millions of our monies. And the most valuable thing he oversees is my students. So you want to listen to this guy tonight. So you've got to think long term. Secondly, if you're going to build wealth and build a great online business, you've got to start talking ideas. You've got to start talking concepts. Stop talking about people. Stop talking about stuff you can't change. If I sit down and have a 10-minute talk with you, I can figure out where you're going to go in life. Yesterday, and by the way, next week, I interviewed yesterday a guy who just in his book rights has made $55 million selling his book rights. This guy is a global phenomenon. He's a global entrepreneur. You would have heard of him. You probably read his books. You've probably been to his seminars. He's bigger than Ben-Hur, packing out already. There's 10, 20, 30,000. I interviewed him yesterday after 22 years of not connecting. And that exclusive interview is coming up next week. Now, if you're not plugged in, you're going to miss it. And it is an amazing interview where he talks about what's really happening with this COVID-19 and what the 3 areas of money. And I've got a very special surprise at the end of that, where he's allowed me to lean on one of his millionaire creator guys to bring him to you guys. So, and I'm talking vague on purpose. So you got to start talking ideas. Now, when I sit down and talk to people for 10 minutes, the first thing I hear is, "Oh, I can't afford it." Let me tell you, you're out. You got to start thinking. Yesterday I asked this guy, I said to him, "Man, at your seminars, people get up and say, 'Oh, I'm down to my last $50,000. What would I invest in?'" And he said, the first thing, people say, "Yeah, I'm down to my last 50,000. What should I do?" And he looks at them in the eye and says, "The first thing you ought to do is shut your mouth, because you shouldn't be advertising that for a start. And start thinking ideas and not what you've got, and start thinking, how can I afford? Not what can I afford, but how can I afford? What can I do? What can I move? What can I change?" And it's important that we really focus on ideas, learning to compliment, not criticize. Third thing is you got to embrace change. Guys, our world's changing. And thank you, Scott. Thank you, Fee. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you, all of you, for your kind comments. Our world is changing. Listen to me. If you're not prepared to change and it starts tonight, you're going to be left in the dust. You will. Forget jobs. Forget them. Forget pensions. It's all ending, guys. I'm telling you, it's like a stack of cards, and it's going to collapse in a heap. And if that depresses you, that's because you're slave to a job or slave to a system. I don't want you to be part of the system. I want you to get out of the system. I want you to get out of the rat race. And my guest tonight is going to help you, guys. He's going to help you. And, people go, "Oh, I don't have a database. I don't have this. I don't have that." Well, this guy's your answer to prayer. I'm telling you right now. He's helped me and helped my team and helped many of us build and embrace change. You see, it's in times of change that the smart people inherit the wealth. If you think there's just been a global financial collapse right now, you're kidding yourself. Money is being transferred all over the place, more than what we realize. These pharmaceutical companies that are bracing themselves for the global vaccination stuff. It's about to hit you. I'm telling you, you better make up your mind in open spaces before you start dealing in that kind of nonsense. And, I really believe that we need to be smart and embrace change. Embrace change, guys. And listen to me, absorb the blow and then pivot and move. Absorb the blow and then pivot and move. Please, guys, stop posting stuff about mainstream media. We've got to keep focused here. We need you guys to embrace change. What are you doing with your business? How are you changing your business? Are you launching a business? Are you launching a global business? What are you doing with what you've got? What are you doing with that little pot of money you've got there? Are you investing, or are you hanging on like the life raft that you're actually kind of sinking? You've got to embrace change. I think the fourth thing is you've got to take calculated risks. If you're going to build a business online, a global business, you've got to take calculated risks. Just yesterday, I made a small investment in an area that I was critical of before and getting great returns. Why did I do it? Well, because the guy that I interviewed yesterday said there's 3 kinds of money: God's money, gold and silver; 2, the government's money, which is the banks and the cartels' money; and number 3, the future of crypto. And we're going to be talking a lot about that next week. Next week's Money Week. You want to stay in tune for Money Week next week. It's all about money, the big M. And what my guest is going to teach you tonight is how you can generate great money with your knowledge and with your ideas. The other thing is that if you're going to be a person that builds for the long term, you got to understand, you got to learn and grow. The broke mindset, education finished at high school, and that's a problem, or the disadvantage of university. And I really believe you've got to invest in outcomes, guys. You've got to invest in outcomes. If you want an outcome, it takes an investment. And that means you've got to start looking at where you want to go, not where you've been. Never stay in environments that magnify your weakness, or your bad financial structure. Never stay in those environments. Listen, study what you want to possess. I've had to learn and change. And right now, you're in a study time. My guest tonight, I'm going to fire some questions on him in a minute. about what you guys can do for marketing. How many of you out there, please respond right now, want to be better at your marketing? Right, marketing right there in the chat box. Come on, because you can have the best kept secret, the best ideas, but if you can't market, you're going to be left in the dust. Come on right now. Let me see. I want to see all of you out there right now. Start writing the word marketing in there, because if you can engage with me here, I'm telling you, my guest is going to really help you. And I know there's a bit of a delay, guys, so I'm probably on warp speed compared to most of you. But if you want to increase your marketing, you want to increase your influence, I need you to engage with me and give me that word marketing in there, guys. Thanks, Shez. Thanks, Lynette. Thanks, Natalie. Thanks, Stephen. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that, guys. This is really, really good, because I want to know that we're scratching. And thank you, Mandy, and thank you, Alan, and thank you, Scotty. Thank you, guys, because this is where we want to take you guys. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce to you a guy that not only is the head of my entire global financial coaching department, but a guy who's got 3 or 4 multi-million-dollar businesses of his own right. A guy who is a guru in this area. I've traveled with him in the UK, Thailand, all over Australia. He's traveled with the great Alan Pease and some of the greats. He's been on stages for the great Andrew Reynolds. He's a genius when it comes to online and marketing and email. And he's given us some time. And I twisted his arm off air because I want him to come back and do a big thing on Sunday. Friday night is our interview night. And I really am so honored tonight to have Darren Jenkins on the show. Hey, Darren, welcome, brother. How you doing?
I'm fantastic, Pat. How are you on this Friday evening on the Gold Coast?
Well, I'm all the better for seeing you, my friend. So, Darren, tell us a little bit about who's Darren Jenkins and why we should listen to you. I know why we should listen to you, but they need to know why we should listen. I'm sounding like Jerry Seinfeld now.
I don't know how far do you want me to go back, but these days, like you said,
whatever you want, man. Whatever you want.
Well, I won't make it a big, long-winded story, but I, like yourself, Pat, I'm a musician. I had a music dream, and I didn't finish school. I didn't even get to the end of year 10, and I went out on the road with my band, and I was, two-star hotels, sleeping on floors in car parks in South Africa, and living life on the road as a musician. And I wouldn't change it for the world, but it really wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. It was really, really difficult, and fast forwarding many years ahead, it sent me broke. So by the time I got to 40, after playing in bands and doing music producing and sound engineering, as much as I had a great time, I was left broke, divorced, credit card debt, bank loan debt, all sorts of debt. I'm sure most people can relate to that, or have been at that point in their life, or maybe you're there right now. And I had hit rock bottom. And as you know, Pat, sometimes it takes hitting rock bottom to make a big change in your life. So what the hell was I going to do? So I reconnected with my old friend and sparring partner, Stephen Esser, and he'd already been doing internet marketing for many years and making a lot of money. And he was always twisting my arm every because I've known Steve about 25 years now, but he'd always be twisting my arm saying, "Don't worry about the music business. That's a waste of time. That won't make you money. Come and do internet marketing. You've got a natural marketing brain. You'll kill it. You'll do it. You'll be even better than me at it." And I said, "I'm a creative guy. I'm not an internet marketer. I can't do this." But once I had hit rock bottom, I called him up and he said to me, "Hey, I'll help you. Let's do this." So we started working together again, like we did back in the music days, and the rest is history. And it actually wasn't that long ago. But for me, Pat, what was the hardest thing was I was starting from scratch at 40. So all I knew was music. I was just this dumb, broke musician. And then at 40, left with nothing, divorced by myself, what am I going to do? And I was like, now I've got to start from scratch. So over the last few years, I've just been building internet businesses, surrounding myself with some of the best mentors like yourself and Stephen and Alan Pease and Mark Anastasi and all these great people, Karina Esser, and building businesses and getting online with webinars and email marketing and doing joint ventures. And it happened really fast for me, but I've worked really hard and I immersed myself into the online world, which is what you have to do when you're starting out. And the rest is history. Here I am today. I'm now co-owner of X10 Effect and have a couple of businesses, internet businesses, generating me lots of money and getting to work with great people like yourself and Stephen.
I wish I was co-owner of 10X Effects. Now, Darren, you had to learn, and one of the great things about you, you're a great coach. You're an outstanding coach. I've seen you turn poop to gold, and I've seen you work with some real, if I could say this, some real thick people, but you get them over the line. I mean, this, like, for example, Brooke Picken, one of our guys that was in my platinum program, through one email, you generated what, 100-odd grand, or what the one was 78,000, and then it kept going up. One email,
120, 120,000. So there was, one was, I think the first one was 35,000 and 70,000. So over a space of 3 emails, it was over 120,000.
And let me get this right, you weren't offering your body online. You were basically
no, no, definitely not that.
He wasn't an area of his expertise, right? Walk us through that process. You took an area of his expertise.
Yeah, so Brooke he was the guy that took 4X to the #1 beer in Queensland, even though it's a disgusting beer. But he was the guy that did that, and he was as you know, a sales expert. So he was really good at selling, but he wanted to do it online because he was doing door-to-door and one-on-one and stuff like that. So I put a webinar together with him on teaching people how to sell. Right.
Wow.
And then I got him into the world of email marketing, which is what we're going to be talking about a lot, and also on Sunday, which is what this is all geared around. And I set him up with an Aweber account, which is a very basic email marketing software. And he said, Darren, I've got no idea how to do this. And I just walked him through it step by step. And that first email, 35,000. And the rest is history. Now, Pat, what's even more powerful, not just the 120 grand, those 3 emails then led to a joint venture that generated him $1.5 million from those 3 emails, joint venture partner. So,
and here's the thing, Darren. I've still got people that say, oh, we tried, it doesn't work. It works if you work it. Am I right, brother?
Absolutely. Now, I always say there's no, push the button on a cash register and money comes out. There's work to be done. But I can say this, anything with internet marketing, whether it's email or webinars or whatever, it's a hell of a lot easier than working a 9-to-5 job. But there is work to be done. You can't just sit back on the beach with your laptop, do nothing, and money's going to flow in. We have to put in work. You still work, Pat. You're always traveling. You're always touring. You're always speaking on stage. I'm always doing webinars and email. We're always working, but at least we're doing what we love. And like I said, it's a hell of a lot easier than working a 9-to-5 day job.
Darren, all right. So we've got a lot of people out there right now. They're brand new. They're online. They've been hit with, redundancy or whatever. How do I get started? What do we do to get started in this whole world? I don't have a list. I'm just, we're Greg there or Alan or whoever, and they're just, well, how do I get started? What do I do?
Well, I'll tell you right now, the job economy is dying. It's dead. And I'm not just talking about the you-know-what. The job economy in general. So I always talk about you need to get skills, high income skills. Now I talk about 3 high income skills: copy, closing, and speaking. Now 2 of those high income skills is something that you're one of the best in the business at that, Pat, and you teach that, which is closing and speaking on stage, speaking on webinars, speaking on video. You teach that in depth and very good at it. Not something that I teach, or even though I do it. And then the other one, like I said, was closing, which is selling, which is another thing that you do. But the first one that I said, copy, closing, speaking, copy meaning copywriting. So these are high income skills. Now, forget about jobs, forget about working for other people. Skills pay bills. Okay, it's as simple as that. So you need
to write that down, guys. Skills pay bills. Write that
down. Now, with high income skills, we teach, Pat, we teach a lot about, you don't want to give yourselves another 9-to-5 job. You want to automate your business and have it work for you and all that sort of stuff. But you still need skills. It's okay to trade time for money if it's a lot of money, right? So, for example, a high income skill is something that makes you $500 an hour, or maybe $5,000 a day, or $10,000 a day. That's a high income skill. So if you are going to trade time for money, you want to make sure it's a high income skill. Now, where am I getting at with this? Well, copywriting, and I'm talking specifically about email, which is where most copywriters start, is where the money is. And it's called the #1 high income skill for a reason. If you get good at copy, you will make a lot of money online, period.
Absolutely.
Now, by me just getting good at typing emails, now we already do emails. What's great about email marketing is everyone on this stream right now knows how to send an email. Everybody, right? Whether it's from your phone or your laptop, it's just knowing then how to craft those emails. And as you know, Pat, I know you'll back me up on this, the money is in the list, right?
100%.
And you'll hear that not just from us, but many, many entrepreneurs and business owners and successful internet marketers, that the money is in the list, right? So learning the skill of email, learning the skill of copy, which is a high income skill, is something you really need to know. And it's the hardest thing to outsource in your business.
Now, there's quite a few people over the weekend this is going to build. Let me just say this to you guys. I know speakers that were brilliant speakers, packing out all the time. I could name them and you'd know them. They hit a hard time in their life. The promoters wiped them. The promoters or the people that you know, they had the list, not the presenter, not the guy with the knowledge. But where is he today? Where are these speakers today? They're nowhere because they didn't have a list. Every time, what I did in my life, I built a list. I networked, I talked, and I did all the things that necessary to build my list. Now, you know, whatever, 70, 100,000 people, 20,000 buyers on my list. And I made sure that as a presenter, author, speaker, person of influence, I own that list. Was that a smart thing to do, Darren?
100%. And that's where, you know, most internet marketers, or all internet marketers that I know and the ones that we work with and have toured with over the years and stuff, and all the most successful entrepreneurs all make their money from their list, from email. Now, sure, you can say, oh, it's from speaking on stage or doing webinars or whatever, but how do you get people to those events? It's through the email list, right?
Correct.
So,
correct.
And then the
Too much
email
a prime
list.
example.
Well, the statistics show, Pat, that 57% of people that come to a live event or to a webinar came from email. 57%. Social media, other forms of advertising, a lot less. So,
let me just ask everyone out there: how many of you guys out there, if I could twist this guy's arm to get him to teach you how to build a list and help you do it, how many of you would be in? Write the word list in the chat box. Let me see. How many of you would love his help to do that? If you don't give me that word list, you're not interested. We might as well can what we're doing. But I want to see those names. If you want Darren to help you, because the power, the list is the money. Come on, let me see. Well, is that it? Is that all? What's the rest of you? If you want that, because I'm going to pull him up his weekend and playing whatever he does. And Steve plays golf. I don't know what Darren does, but I've asked him to. I'm pushing him because I want him to teach you guys how to build a list and an email list. And Darren, why have you gone down this path? I mean, you were doing great with webinars and doing that amazing amounts of money, millions. Now you're really focusing on list building and emails and that. Come on, guys, where's the rest of you? Show me the rest of you. I want to see all of you there. Thanks, Steve, Stephen, Mandy, Chris. Thank you, Nugget. Thank you, Greg. Thank you. Come on. Well, why have you gone down this road now?
That's a great question, Pat. And I want everybody to listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. The reason why I went down this path is because a few years ago, I started to see the trend of everyone's trying to get more Instagram followers and Facebook followers, and they're spending time and a lot of money building their Instagram followers. Oh, I need 100K Instagram followers to make money online. I need, thousands of Facebook followers, and building their social media. Everyone's just jumping on this whole social media bandwagon. I've got nothing against social media. We love social media. We need social media to build our brand. However, everyone has this idea that the more followers, the more likes, the more followers I get, the more money I'm going to make. But here's the thing. Email is the channel you own. You don't own your Facebook page. You don't own your Instagram page. And it can be shut down just like that. As a matter of fact, our X10 Effect Facebook page got shut down and suspended just a few months ago. Now, I'd spent years building a following on that Facebook page, and it's all gone. I had to start from scratch, right? So with email, as you know, Pat, it's the channel that you own. You don't own your YouTube channel. Facebook, Instagram, like I said, as much as we love them, They own those platforms. They can be gone tomorrow. And I know internet marketers, one particular guy that built his list. I saw it go from, not his list, sorry, his Instagram following. I saw it go from 50,000 to 100,000 to over 320,000 followers on Instagram.
Wow.
Shut
Wow.
down, gone. Now, this guy was one of the best email marketers I know. He had a database of 170,000 people. He stopped emailing his list. He was making so much money from emailing his list. He brushed it aside, email, that's old. No one does that anymore. Focused all of his energy on Instagram for years, spent millions of dollars on Facebook ads and Instagram ads, and guess what? All gone overnight. No Facebook page, no Instagram page, shut down. So now he's got to go back to his list.
Well, that's the thing, mate. Is like right now, Facebook with all these people on there, these whatever that, like the police of social media, But I really believe the power is in the list. I mean, I'm just looking at one of our guys, Glenn. There, Glenn, you and I need to talk, because if you've got 75,000, we need to talk, my brother. I just sent you a message. Listen, and then, but it's not just a matter of having a list. I had who had 20,000 on his database, but no connection. How do we build connection with a list, Darren?
Yeah, so and that's the copywriting skill I was talking about, the crafting your email. So you can't just send out an email and go, "Hey guys, what's up? How's your day?" You got to know how to craft your email, and this is the skill of copywriting. So what I'm going to be teaching in the free training, the webinar on Sunday, I'm going to be specifically talking about the emails, crafting them, building the list. But that is where it's at. So it's not just a matter of using Gmail or Yahoo. As a matter of fact, you don't want to do that, because that's just spamming people. But opening up an email marketing software account and learning how to craft emails that make money, like just one email alone a few weeks ago made me $15,000 just from one email.
Wow.
And if you know how to craft an email right, you'll get more people to your webinars, you'll get more people to your live events, more people. You can even direct sell straight from your email and generate sales, like I did with this $15,000 sale that I was talking about. So once you know that skill and you know how to do it, you're already emailing, you already know how to send an email. It's just a matter of knowing how to craft the emails, and on top of that, build the list at the same time, and you're on your way.
Now, guys, if you want to be part of this on Sunday, I've got down for 2 sessions at 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. You got to go to www.mercedes.com/formula. You got to go to www.mercedes.com/formula to register for this exclusive special guest webinar. Now, Darren, you've helped me build my list. You've helped my students build my list. What about, I want to go one step back. I meet these people think, I've got 450,000 people on my Instagram and my what, but no one's buying. No one's buying. And they can take it off you like that. I mean, I got shut down on Facebook and Instagram for posting truth, And so we've got to bypass that. And guys, you got to, whatever you want in life, you got to own. Darren, what are some vital elements to building a list? Can you give me 2-3 tips? Give us 2-3 tips. What are vital elements that can help us build a list?
First of all, it's the relationship. So even if you've got only 10 people on your list, that's a start, or 5 people, right? And it's building a relationship with them, right? Now, with people,
you don't need a massive amount. Sorry to interrupt, mate, because I'm trying to think from the punters out there. You don't need big numbers on a list to make great money, do you?
No, just a list of 1,000 subscribers can make you $1 million a year.
So 500 could give me $500,000.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So you don't need a lot of people think you don't need a list of 10,000, 30,000, 70,000, 100,000. You want a quality list, not a big list, a quality list, a highly engaged list. And that sort of goes hand in hand with what you were just asking with that question. So what is one of the biggest tips I could give everybody out there today is be engaging and treating those email addresses as real people. They're not email addresses. They are real people. I treat every email address as a real person. So when I'm crafting my emails, it's conversational, it's personal, and what you're doing to build your list is you're building a relationship with them. And that's what it is. It's all relationship building, and you're doing it through email.
Darren, what does it take to become proficient as building my list and doing my copy? Because both. What does it take for me to get proficient at building a list and getting my copyright?
Well, I can say this, Pat. I just want to, and that's a great question, because people are sitting there right now. You might be thinking, "Oh, it's easy for you, Darren. You probably got a uni degree and have written a book, and you've got copywriting skills." No, I didn't even finish school. I don't have a uni degree. I don't have a college degree. I've never written a book. I was hopeless at school. And it's just funny that now, and I would never call myself a professional copywriter, but I know how to do copy. And it all starts with email. And Pat, once you get good at writing emails, that just transitions into your Facebook posts, your sales pages, your video scripts. Remember, when someone's talking in a video, there's a script behind that. It's all copy, and it all starts with email. So once you get good at doing email, everything is great. All your sales skills, all your marketing becomes great from email. That's how I started, and it's fair to say that all the most successful marketers and entrepreneurs out there, they start with email. It's the best place to start, and keep going with it, because like I said, everyone's coming back to email now because of what's going on with social media.
Big time. Now, Darren, what are some of the common problems that people face in the area of marketing and email marketing and writing copy? What are some of the challenges they face?
Yeah, I would say that they stick to the old rules. Now, I don't want to diss or criticize any of the old school techniques. There's some great books on copy out there and stuff, but the bottom line is the marketing game has changed, right? So marketing now is more conversational. It's more personal, and it's all about creating rich content. That is what sells, not trying to just sell people directly. So, I would say making it more conversational. And that's what I'm going to be teaching on Sunday is I'm going to be talking about how to make your emails more personal, more conversational, so then you generate more sales. It's actually not the other way around. People think, oh, you got to go for the hard sell, but it's not like that anymore. The marketing game has changed, and that's what I'm going to teach you on Sunday.
Isn't it amazing, Darren, that with one of these things here right now, let me get it on screen, you can literally, I was talking with one of the greatest global entrepreneurs. Please don't tell him, because you know who I interviewed yesterday. His book rights, 55 million in his book rights. That's what a company paid. He and I knew him when he had long hair, ponytail, corduroy jeans. Did gigs with him in South Africa, and we were speaking. And by the way, those of you that are on this, you need to click subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you also need to register for these for Sunday. If you want that interview, go to www.masidi.com/formula to get it. This is one of the leading global wealth creation strategists on the planet. And he said to me, you could be sitting in a cafe, there I am with one of these things, and generate millions of dollars just by doing this. Darren, Sunday, what are you going to teach the brother?
What I'm going to teach you is how to build a long-term, profitable, six-figure business working only 10 minutes a day from anywhere in the world, because that's how long it takes to type up an email, about 10 minutes. And as long as you got your phone or your laptop, you can do it from anywhere. You can travel and do your thing, phone, laptop, tablet, working 10 minutes a day from anywhere in the world. And Pat, not only can you do this for your own business, you can then get paid to do it for other businesses, because people will pay you $1,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month to email to their list. Gyms have huge databases. Restaurants have huge databases. Day spas. There's all these businesses out there that have big email lists. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to manage the list. They will pay you $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month to just send emails for them. So if you learn the skill of email marketing, not only can you do it for your own business, you can do it for other businesses.
Do you know, Darren, one of my mates who shall remain nameless, he had 20,000 restaurant, going through a hard time. We went in, got his database, everything. But because he never learned to email his database, 20,000 people. I did a webinar. He could have made a fortune. Less than 20 people showed up because he didn't know. Listen to me. You got it. It's not the size. It's doing it right. And then you can go and sell. Somebody go, I want someone to teach me how I can make 10, 15, 20,000 in an hour. Darren's going to show you how to do it in 10 minutes. I used to pay my copywriters between $10,000 to $15,000 for 3 or 4 pages. You're going to show them this on Sunday. Is that right, Darren?
Yeah, absolutely. And not only just crafting the emails, but also building the list. So I came up with a strategy where I was getting 60 to 70 new leads a day. A day.
Wow. And
So that's 60 to 70 new names and email addresses every single day to build your list. There's many ways to build your list. I can't just give you one answer and go, this is the only way. There's many ways.
Absolutely.
But I'll give you the best ways and the easiest ways on Sunday.
Now, guys, if you're not registered, you can't be on this. And remember, our platform is limited to what we're doing. So get to www.massey.com/form. Register for that. Darren, what else? Now, Darren, actually, I'll talk to you off here about some stuff I want to really pump you with, mate, for Sunday, because I want you to take these guys to another level and show them how to make some money within 30 to 60 days. Can you do that?
Oh, absolutely. That's the whole goal of this, and not just make money fast in the next 30 days, but also over a long term, like a long-term profitable business. Because to make money fast is one thing. We want to then sustain it and keep it consistent. And Pat, please tell us how long ago did your email list start, and have you ever stopped emailing your list? And do you still email your list to this day? That's a question. There's a question for you.
Every day. I email them every day. But, Karina there, she goes, do you think they're going to mind if we hit them twice in one day? I said, you can hit them every hour on the hour. For I like, if they don't want to hear from me, just unsubscribe. Simple as that. Because I don't want the ones that want to hear from me. I want to touch the ones that want to hear from me, not the ones that don't want to hear from me. And remember, I did my first 30 million in a month with only 1,000 people on my list. That was it.
Wow.
5.8 in one weekend. And even if you help them build 100 people. But the beautiful thing, Darren, what you're going to show them is how they can then take their knowledge, and all of you, Sarah, Greg, Alan, all of you, Tom, all of you, you can go and do this and get paid by people. I need more copywriters. We really do. We're snowed under with all the businesses we've got. And if you can learn some of this from Darren on Sunday, there's a fortune to be made. So please don't anyone tell me, I didn't have money to get started, blah, blah, blah. He's gifting you this on Sunday. What you're going to learn is going to be phenomenal. Darren, 2 or 3 more takeaways from Sunday, brother.
Yeah, just remember that this is what I said before, the number one high income skill. If you master the skill of copywriting, you don't even have to master it. You just have to be a little bit better than everybody else. Then you will make a lot of money online, period. And all the best and most successful internet marketers and entrepreneurs in the world, at the end of the day, you can call them speakers, you can call them webinar experts, you can call them whatever you want to call them, right? But at the end of the day, they're all copywriters. That's what they are. So master the art of this, or not even master it, like I just said, and you will make a lot of money online. And it's a skill that's unavoidable. It's very difficult to outsource in your business. And I'm going to show you how to do it, how to get good at it, and do it the easy way as well. If I can do it, remember, I didn't finish school. I don't have a degree. I've never written a book. I'm bloody hopeless in English. But if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Do you know what? I'm having a laugh because I got people texting me on stuff about it, and they're asking about this email from Brooke. Was it a work of art, or was it full of a few glitches and mistakes, mate? Because
no,
I
wasn't perfect.
It wasn't.
No. It wasn't perfect at all. So you don't have to be, great at spelling in a fast. I mean, I type with 2 fingers. I'm not like this gun, But it's just a skill that's not hard to learn. Anyone can do it. And Brooke is just one of many success stories I will share on Sunday, and case studies of people who have succeeded following what I'm teaching on Sunday with email marketing.
You're going to give social proof?
Yep.
Obviously. You're going to give some incredible insights and tips. Going to teach them how to be
social proof, case studies, the works.
Practical application, Darren?
Practical applications, no fluff here, no filler, no BS, guys. Anyone that's attended any of my webinar trainings knows that I over deliver, and I just don't talk crap. I just, I'm the real deal, and I pride myself on that, and I will over deliver for you on Sunday. So make sure you're there. I believe it's 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time.
Before we close off, Darren, I'm going to get you for you to say the final word. And I need you to listen to me, guys. People say, I'm such a creative writer. Creative writers don't mean they sell. Listen to me very carefully. A person that does copy an email is a salesman with a pen or a laptop. That's it. Doing this and knowing how to string some words and the hooks, they're the key elements. There's a lot of people that are creative writers out there, but they're just not selling. We want you to make some serious money. Now, if you know of someone that needs to be on this webinar, get them on. Marketing, email marketing, how to get the hooks, how to get your strategies right, how to target people. Darren's going to cover this in about 90 minutes or so. And I'm bringing him to you because I said when I launched this, I'm going to bring you my go-to guys, the people I use. Darren's in my stable. He's got his own business on his own right, and he's going to actually be coming to you 2 sessions, 11 a.m. on Sunday and 7 p.m., taking his valuable time. His 90 minutes, 2 hours is worth about $100,000. That's what he generates. That's what he makes. I need you guys to be in there. Go right now to www.mercedes.com/formula and register your intention to come and be part of this. Darren, is there any final words in closing about marketing, email marketing that you want to leave with them that they can chew over the weekend?
Yeah, I would just say probably the most thing is, and I was just thinking as you were speaking then, how funny it is because I was talking about doing it for other people, and not only do I do it for my own business, but people such as, and people that Pat, that we've actually spoken with, but guys like the great Dr. John DeMartini, Harry Dent. I've written emails for these people. Alan Pease, yourself, Stephen and Karina Esser. I'm writing emails for these successful business owners, entrepreneurs, internet marketers, speakers. And here's a guy that, like I said, I didn't finish school. I've never written a book. I've got hopeless writing skills. I type with 2 fingers. And here I am writing emails for Dr. John DeMartini and Harry Denton, guys like those. So anyone can do this, guys. It doesn't matter if you're 10 years old, you're 50 years old, you're on the verge of retirement, you're already retired, or you're just starting out or whatever. Anyone, you're already typing up emails. You're already doing emails. So why not use that to make money?
Right.
And I'll show you how to do it on Sunday. So I would really love to see everybody there. I'm really excited, as you can
we're
hear.
going to have hundreds on over the 2 sessions, Darren. So, Darren, thanks for your valuable Friday night time. I know you probably want to be out on a date, self-isolating somewhere. And but Sunday morning, 11 a.m. and 7 p.m., Darren's going to be live. We're going to be sending out some emails to you, probably that he wrote over the weekend. And
probably.
And we need you to get connected, guys. Make sure you invite friends along. Get our YouTube channel, press like and subscribe. Now, we are, I'm so excited. I want to get rid of Saturday to get him on Sunday, get rid of Saturday so we can jump start it to Sunday. But I'll be on as well Sunday morning, Sunday night. Register your intention to be there. Tell a friend, get them there. If you know businesses that need help, get them on there. This is going to be so strategic. If you've got colleagues, family, right now they're in lockdown, get them to watch something that's going to educate and empower them. Remember, listen to me. Broke people are lining up to buy toilet paper. The wealthy mindset is investing in themselves. So get on board. See you on Sunday. Thanks, Darren, for your time, mate. Look forward to it, brother.
Thanks, Pat. Appreciate it. See you guys on Sunday.